Do you ever find yourself held back by self-doubt, insecurity, or fear of judgment? Would you love to be a more confident, self-assured version of yourself? You're not alone. The journey to building confidence can definitely feel like an uphill battle, and it can be really easy to get stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and hesitation. But here's the thing. You deserve better. You deserve to break free from those chains of insecurity and step into your greatness with unwavering self-confidence. Confidence isn't just something that you are born with. It's a skill that you can develop and nurture over time. And that's why in this video, we're going to dive into 6 game-changing strategies to help you boost your confidence and build your self-esteem. Now, if you've watched me here on YouTube before, then welcome back. But if you are new to my channel, then welcome. I'm Dr. Kim Foster, and I'm an MD turned coach and wellness expert. And the topic of confidence is something that I struggled with for a lot of my life. Now, when I was younger, I was super shy and quiet. I had a lot of social anxiety, and I was really lacking in confidence big time. This is something that I started working on a long time ago, though, and over the years, I have become a lot more confident. I still consider myself on this journey, though, and I am still learning more all the time, but I know that I have come a long way, and that the person that you see today is a completely different person than the one that I was before. So I want to share with you some of the things that I have learned on that journey and some tips and strategies that you can implement in your own life, too. 6 really important strategies, in fact, and I want to make sure that you stay all the way and listen to all 6, because strategy number 3 is probably the most fun, but I think that strategy number 6 is the most important, and without it, nothing will work. Okay, so the very first concept that I want to talk about is the spotlight effect. So here's a liberating truth. Most people are just way too busy worrying about themselves to pay much attention to what you are doing or how you look. This is called the spotlight effect, and understanding it can really free you from the fear of judgment or scrutiny. Basically, the spotlight effect is something that psychologists have observed about us all, and it's that we all tend to overestimate the extent that other people notice and pay attention to our appearance or behavior or performance in social situations. The spotlight effect is like that feeling when you think that everyone is staring at you and judging your every move. But here's the thing. Research shows that we tend to way overestimate how much others really notice about us. The truth is, people are just usually too wrapped up in their own thoughts and worries to really pay much attention to what we are doing. It's kind of liberating when you think about it. Knowing that others just aren't scrutinizing us as much as we think can really take a weight off of our shoulders. It means that we can just relax a bit and be ourselves without stressing about every little imperfection or mistake. Honestly, this one reframe really helped me a lot. When I learned about the spotlight effect several years ago, just felt like this liberation. I started to realize that people just simply don't care about what I'm doing as much as I was thinking. Maybe for a second, somebody will kind of notice or give me a weird look, or maybe they'll get a critical comment, but that's it. And then they are just carrying on worrying about their own life. It's just a blip for them, and they are not wasting their time worrying about me. So the next time that you are feeling self-conscious, remember the spotlight effect. It's a reminder that we are all in the same boat, just trying to navigate through life without tripping too much along the way. Embracing this can give us the confidence to be authentic and take risks, knowing that we're just not under as much scrutiny as we might think. All right, so the next step in your confidence journey is to quiet your inner mean girl. We all have that nasty critic in our heads, the one that tells us that we are not good enough or that we will never succeed. And it is time to kick that inner mean girl to the curb. A key step in building your confidence is by hearing the negative self-talk and then challenging it. Those critical thoughts, they sound like the truth because they're coming from inside your head, but it's not the truth. One difference between your inner mean girl and the real mean girls that you might have encountered in your life, and I certainly had a lot of experience with them when I was growing up, but that's a whole other story. But one main difference is that your inner mean girl isn't actually trying to hurt you. She is actually trying to keep you safe. She's worried about your choices because when you start dreaming big and start thinking about making big changes, that's scary because our primitive brains do not like change. Our primal brains are concerned 100% with our survival, and they want us to continue doing whatever it is that we have been doing up to now because we're still here and it seems to be working in terms of our survival. So changing something, and especially taking risks, there is no guarantee of survival that way. So our minds are all, no, don't do that. So it starts kicking up all kinds of reasons why this is a bad idea. You're going to fail. You're too old for this. You're not good enough for this. Stuff that it thinks will stop us from doing this new, scary, different thing. And a lot of the time, it works like a charm. We believe our inner critic and back down. But as long as you recognize what is actually going on, that your inner mean girl is trying to keep you small because she's trying to keep you safe, then you have a chance of conquering those thoughts. Elizabeth Gilbert says in her book, Big Magic, which I loved, instead of trying to eliminate fear entirely, she suggests embracing it as a companion on the journey of creativity. So she advises acknowledging fear's presence, but not letting it hold us back from pursuing our creative endeavors. Instead, she suggests just inviting fear along for the ride, reassuring it that it is welcome, but it's not in control. Thank you, fear, for trying to keep me safe, but I've got this. You can also banish your negative self-talk by replacing those critical thoughts with empowering affirmations. So remind yourself of your strengths and your accomplishments and, the times when you have overcome big challenges. You are capable, worthy, and deserving of success, so start believing it. Now, if you need more help in the mindset department, then I invite you to download my workbook called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life, and I will put the link in the description below. In the workbook, I walk you through a really simple process of taking stock of your inner self-talk and then figuring out how to replace those disempowering thoughts with beliefs that will get you where you want to go. And that can be applied to just so many areas of your life. Okay, so the next strategy for increasing your confidence is to embrace the alter ego effect. Now, you've probably heard the phrase, fake it till you make it, but I actually prefer the concept of the alter ego. This isn't just about pretending to be confident, it's about embodying the identity of the person you aspire to be. Now, a lot of very famous people have used this approach to help them to step into the identity that they had chosen for themselves, like Beyonce. Now, you might have heard of the story of the alter ego that she created for herself, Sasha Fierce, to help her get over her stage fright and show up on stage as the performer that she needed to be. Lady Gaga has also used alter egos, and David Bowie used a few different alter egos throughout his career to just tap into different creative sides. Cary Grant, the iconic Hollywood actor known for his suave demeanor and charm, he famously spoke about his alter ego in interviews. In one, he said, "I pretended to be somebody I wanted to be until finally I became that person." Or he became me. And that's kind of the key. It's not just about pretending and fooling people. It's more about making the decision to become the confident person that you want to be before you're actually there. And then as a result, that actually becomes your reality. Think of it as tapping into your inner superhero, channeling the qualities and the characteristics of a confident, unstoppable version of yourself. So whether it's adopting a power pose before a big presentation or envisioning yourself as a fearless leader, it's embracing your alter ego can help you to exude confidence in any situation. A book that I read recently that really goes into great detail about this is actually called The Alter Ego Effect by Todd Herman, and I highly recommend it. Okay, so the next strategy for boosting your confidence is to practice exquisite self-care. So when I say practice exquisite self-care, I mean treating yourself like a VIP. This is when you treat yourself with just the utmost care, attention, and respect, just as you would a cherished guest or an esteemed celebrity or VIP. It's about prioritizing your physical, mental, and emotional well-being and indulging in activities that make you feel pampered and rejuvenated. And in my opinion and in my experience, taking care of yourself is essential for building confidence from the inside out. When you make self-care a priority by nourishing your body with nutritious food and getting regular exercise and prioritizing rest and relaxation, physical strength and vitality not only boost your self-esteem, but they also give you the energy and the resilience to tackle life's challenges head on. And don't forget to dress for success. So wearing clothes that make you feel confident and powerful can have a significant impact on your mindset. Taking care of yourself and dressing for success go hand in hand in boosting confidence. When you prioritize self-care, you're not only nurturing your physical health, but you're also supporting your mental and emotional well-being. It also instills a sense of mastery and accomplishment, which reinforces your confidence in setting and achieving goals. But also, self-care serves as an effective stress reliever, which reduces levels of stress hormones and enhances your mood, and that in turn bolsters your ability to handle challenges and setbacks with confidence. Even better though, by nurturing your physical well-being, you cultivate a positive body image, which is further strengthened by dressing in a way that aligns with your personal style, whatever that is, and empowers you. The way that you present yourself communicates volumes about your confidence and your competence. Through your clothing choices and your grooming habits, you're conveying professionalism and self-assurance, and that signals to both others and yourself, most importantly, that you are prepared and capable of tackling any challenges that come your way. Ultimately, investing time and effort into your appearance and your well-being sends a powerful message of self-worth and self-care to yourself. By prioritizing self-care and presenting yourself confidently, you cultivate a positive mindset that sets the stage for success in all aspects of your life, both personally and professionally. Moving on to the next strategy. Number 5, stop needing outside approval and instead cultivate self-approval. Constantly seeking validation from others is a surefire way to undermine your confidence. It's also a great way to come across as needy and insecure. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. So instead of feeling desperate for outside approval, focus on cultivating self-approval above all else. Know that your worthiness is not determined by external praise or criticism. It comes from within. Practice self-compassion and celebrate your victories, big and small, and embrace your uniqueness unapologetically. When you learn to approve of yourself, you become immune to the opinions of others. It's all about embracing who you are authentically without seeking validation or approval from external sources. There's a book called The Courage to Be Disliked, and honestly, that's exactly what so many of us are missing. Just that courage to be disliked and be okay with it, because we are so often held back because we worry about people not liking us or not approving of us. Cultivating self-approval requires a shift in mindset from seeking that external validation to finding validation within yourself. So to make this mindset shift, you really need to recognize that everyone has their own unique perspective and opinion, and that it's okay for yours to be different from others. It means letting go of the need for approval or acceptance from others and trusting in your own judgment and instincts. This doesn't mean totally dismissing feedback or refusing to consider other people's viewpoints, but it's all about filtering feedback through the lens of your own values and priorities. By cultivating self-approval above all, you free yourself from the constraints of external validation and really empower yourself to live authentically and confidently. You become much less reliant on other people's opinions for your sense of self-worth and more focused on honoring your own truth. The paradox, of course, is that once we stop worrying so much about other people's approval, that's often when we start to come across as much more confident and charismatic. And that is the kind of thing that other people tend to find really magnetic. But it has to start with not needing anyone else's approval other than your own. Think about Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. Throughout the series, Katniss just refuses to conform and constantly defies societal norms and expectations. She demonstrates unwavering confidence in her own abilities, and particularly in her skills as a hunter and an archer, which she uses to survive the deadly Hunger Games arena and then challenge the Capitol's authority. Despite facing immense pressure, Katniss remains true to herself and to her values. She refuses to be manipulated or controlled by others, instead trusting her instincts and intuition to guide her actions. She's confident because she has a deep self-trust and is only seeking her own approval, nobody else's. My favorite quote about this concept is Coco Chanel's, "I don't care what you think about me, I don't think about you at all." Basically, you do you and just let other people judge. Who cares? Okay, so that brings us to the final key point here, which is that confidence is a muscle. Now, I say this to my clients and students all the time. Confidence is a muscle, and like any muscle in your body, it grows stronger with exercise. So get into the arena and start taking action. Each step that you take outside your comfort zone builds your confidence muscle. And that's whether you succeed or fail, win or lose. Because what you're doing is building a portfolio of proof for yourself. Proof that you can do it. Proof that this thing you tried didn't kill you. Proof that even if it didn't work out quite like you'd hoped, the world didn't end. And that's a really important thing to learn. It will give you much more confidence for the next time. It will make you bolder and stronger and more willing to take the chance. No matter what happens, always remember that failure is not the end. It's simply feedback. Embrace setbacks as learning opportunities. Dust yourself off and just keep on moving forward. Before you know it, you're gonna have a proof portfolio of your resilience and capability, and that is a huge boost to your confidence. But just like any other muscle building exercise, you need to start small and build up gradually. If you want to build more confidence as a public speaker, for example, start by speaking to a very small group, just a meeting of 10 people, and then gradually increase until you're speaking live in front of hundreds. That's how it works. But the important thing is getting out there and getting into the arena, taking action. I hope that I have given you some tools and strategies for building confidence, but ultimately, you have got to put this into practice and start doing the things that are going to build your confidence muscles bit by bit. All right, congratulations. You have just unlocked the keys to unshakable confidence, and you're well on your way to becoming the most confident version of yourself. So go forward with authenticity and trust yourself and just see how much good stuff happens as a result. The world is waiting for you to shine. Again, be sure to download my free workbook called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. The link is in the description box. And as always, I would love to hear from you. Is confidence something that you have struggled with? Which one of these strategies are you going to start with? Let me know in the comments. Okay, that's a wrap for this video. Take care, have a wonderful day, and I will see you again very soon. In the workbook, why do I struggle with the word workbook? That felt like it took about an hour to take that one sip. And capable of that you are prepared and capable of tackling. Why can't I say the word tackling? Okay. My favorite quote about this concept is Coco. It's getting hot in here.